in Tennessee. I serve on the USTA Board of Directors, and I'm the WBTF Judges Chair, as well as being a coach who has a club and a team that I share with Cheryl Wimberly called Intrepid. In reaching out to coaches this week, I have discovered that we're all pretty much really going through the same things as far as maintaining our programs. What are we going to do for our students as competitions continue to be canceled? What are we going to do to motivate them? What are we going to do to keep them twirling? And so I just wanted to share a few things with you and let you know that we are all in this together and we're all in the same boat and we're going to get through it. And I really and truly believe that when we're done, we're going to be bigger and stronger than ever. And there are a couple of reasons for this. One is that social media is exploding with twirling. I am seeing more and more of it now than I ever have before. The other thing is, I think that as a result of this, coaches who are maybe getting a little bit lazy or in a rut, I won't say we're lazy, but we get in a rut of doing the same things all the time. Well, now we're having to think a little differently and create new opportunities to keep our kids going. And one of the things that I have discovered is Zoom. I wish I'd known about Zoom 30 days ago because I would have invested in their stock. It's a website that a lot of educators use. Colleges use it, schools are using it. So I think our kids are very familiar with it. And it's a site where you can do things with movement, where kids are moving around, and you can have them all click on the link, and everybody has their own little window, and you can watch this and that and the other. I would recommend that you try that. I think it's a really good site to use. And one of the things that I found with it was when everybody got on there, they were just so excited to see each other, even in that format. So it's a way of connecting that's different. And when we ran it the first time, there were some things that I thought were more of a positive than I thought they would be, because at this time of year, usually what I'm looking at is choreography and finishing things up, et cetera, et cetera. But because of this, we were really focusing on making everything clear, making sure technically they were doing things right, and spending more time on stretching, body work. And so I think in the long run, our kids are going to be better as a result of that in our own club. But I think for you, it could be the same thing. I've had a couple coaches that asked me how it worked, and so I invited them on to one of our classes. And at the end of it, one of the things that we did was we'd say, okay, now each of you one at a time do the roll section, and then I'd have the person that was kind of observing pick the person that did the roll section the best. So that's a way that we can kind of let them use that competitive urge that they have and make them do things a little better and work at it a little harder. I thought that was a real positive. Another thing is we're now expanding that. So every week they'll have several classes, 8 or 10 classes that they can take from different people on the staff, and pick what they want to do. There'll be some that are required, but others that they want to do, and we'll mix that up from week to week so that there'll be more to look forward to. So I think that's a way that we can really work on education that obviously educators are using. So if it'll work for them, it'll work for us. Another thing I think that coaches are going to be looking at is, those kids that you have that are in the first year or the second year that you want to hold on to. I think those are going to be the hardest kids to keep, because our kids that are competitive driven and have been competing for a while, they're going to be there. I think they're going to stay. It's those new young kids that you have. So any little games that you can play with them, I think would be helpful. And I think Paige the other day talked about a bingo game she had. Any kind of little games that you can do with them. I'd make the classes a little shorter, maybe at the most 40 minutes. Do it 2 or 3 times a week. Make sure you're reaching out to the parents, tell them what your plans are, keep them in the loop. And I think all of our parents have been very, very encouraged by what we were offering, because they want those kids busy, and the kids want to be busy. Most kids that are in Twirling aren't kids sitting around on the couch anyway. So anything we can offer to help make that work is a positive. I want to thank you for listening to this today. I want to encourage you to keep on keeping on. We're all going to come through this together. If you have any questions, anything I can help you with, just give me a call or email me. Thanks.